Welcome back to the channel, Den members. My name's Matt. I hope you're having a great day. If this is the first time visiting our channel, welcome. Welcome to the Phantom Llama's Den. We do a lot of gun content here, whether it's gun reviews, gun talks, gun experiments, science stuff, you name it. We also do some non-gun related content here and there, whether it's with cars, with just fun and game stuff, just horsing around kind of stuff with my friends, Steve and Darren especially. I know it's been a little while since we did a gun review on the channel, and that's really just been because we've had a lot of different projects, a lot of other stuff going on, and really haven't gotten around to doing any more gun reviews. We're breaking that streak now. This is the Ruger PCC Carbine. The PCC is standing for Pistol Caliber Carbine. It is essentially a Ruger 1022 rifle, redesigned, re-engineered to fire a 9mm Luger round. Pretty cool gun. This is really just a back to basics, no thrills, utilitarian designed rifle. The PCC Carbine comes in three main models. Here, this is the most basic form of the rifle. Here, you have a semi-tactical model. Pretty cool, and it's essentially the same as the basic, but it has an aluminum free float handguard. The third model is the fully tactical version, which has the free float handguard, has a pistol grip, and a collapsible adjustable stock. However, all three are based on the fundamental core aspects of this gun, and thereby, I guess, the 1022. As always, I want to give a full disclosure regarding the Ruger PCC Carbine. I am in no way affiliated with Ruger or any gun dealership. The information I'm conveying in this video is solely my own. It is my own experiences. I am not being paid or compensated in any way, shape, or form to do this video. Honestly, Ruger has no idea who I am, and you know what? I'm okay with that. Moving on. Before I get into the reasons I really like this gun, and admittedly there's a couple things that I don't like about it, let's do a rundown of the gun itself. Again, it really is just a 1022 rifle that's been re-engineered for 9mm. It has a direct blowback system. It's got a very basic common push button crossbolt safety here in front of the trigger guard. One of the things I really like about this carbine, and we'll talk about this a little more in a few minutes, the magazine utilizes standard Ruger magazines. However, it comes with an insert that you can swap out and swap in and make it so it takes standard Glock magazines. So a Glock 17 magazine, if you have the extended round magazine, the carbine is able to be adjusted and made into a more ubiquitous system if you are a Glock carrier. So that's neat. Moving on, we have the charging handle here. Both the charging handle and the mag release button are reversible. So if you're, say, a left-handed shooter, you can swap the charging handle over to the left side and swap the mag release button over to the right side. Or if you're weird and want to have everything on the same side, hey, you can do whatever you want. It's 2022. Out of the box, it comes with front and rear sights, both mounted on the barrel. Again, we'll talk about this in a little bit, but the front and rear sights are both adjustable. They're both mounted on the barrel, which then frees up the top of the rifle for a Picatinny rail, which allows you to put any assortment of optics or accessories or furniture that you might want on top of it. I myself have put a Vortex Crossfire red dot sight on here. Just a simple little red dot. It makes target acquisition easier, makes it easier for me with my eye issues. I'm cross-eye dominant. I keep saying we'll get into that down the road, but those of you out there that are cross-eye dominant, I feel for you. There's also a little bit of Picatinny on the front of the stock. That allows you to put, I guess if you wanted to put a tactical light on there, but really I think that this is geared mostly for a bipod or some kind of stabilizing option like that. The barrel is a fluted cold hammer forged chromoly barrel. It makes it heavier, but it makes it a lot more durable, and it's going to last a lot longer than your typical barrels. On top here, we have a threaded end, so that makes it compatible with any standard muzzle device that you might want to use, be it a compensator, a suppressor, what have you. So that's also pretty neat to come with something that's otherwise a very basic rifle. The stock is fixed, however, The end of the buttstock does have some inserts that you can take out or add to. It comes with a couple additional inserts if you need to lengthen the rifle for your own personal needs. That sounded a little weird. I think the only other thing here is that it's got some texturing on the grip points. That's a nice thing to have. You don't need that, and they didn't have to add that, so that was a nice little bonus. Really, this is just a basic rifle. When I bought this, I wasn't looking for anything fancy, but I wanted something that could fill the role of a travel gun. Of course, my wife and I both can take our handguns with us on trips, but I also wanted to be able to have something on hand that fit into the long gun category without actually being a full-fledged rifle, and I really didn't want to be spending money on an AR pistol or something to that degree. And that's when I discovered the Ruger PC Carbine. There were three things about this rifle that really sold me on getting this as our quote-unquote travel rifle. First, as I've said a couple times already, it is simple. It is utilitarian. We don't have to worry about lights. We don't have to worry about all these different moving parts. The second reason, it takes my Glock magazines. This means I only have to take one magazine type with us on trips, which again cuts down on how much space that is taken up when we are packing our tactical items. Now I can use my standard capacity 17 round magazines that are for my Glock 45, or I can use my 30 round Glock magazines. The third aspect about this rifle that made me think that it was perfect for a travel gun for us is how compact it is. Now, I hear what you're saying. Matt, that really isn't that small. That's not gonna fit in a backpack. That's not gonna fit in your luggage. Well, just like a lot of the modern 10-22 rifles, it tears down by the barrel just coming off of the receiver. That's about cut in half. It fits perfectly into my backpack. It'll fit into our luggage. It'll even fit into the storage cubby of my Corvette behind the seat. This is honestly just perfect for the size that it needs to be. I have absolutely nothing against an AR pistol. I'd love to own one someday, but there are a lot of other priorities that are taking precedent. I just personally didn't see it necessary to spend a lot of money on what I would consider a good AR pistol when I could get something for a fraction of the cost that gets the job done. Now that I've blown sunshine at this gun and made it sound like I am just completely in love with it, I do want to call out a couple things that I don't like or I would change about the gun. First, the trigger. Again, we're not loaded, trust me. It's a 10-22 trigger. It's a light trigger, but there's so much mush. Even once you hit the wall, so there's still mush there. I noticed it if I really pay attention to it, but there's nothing abhorrently wrong with this trigger. It's a 10-22 trigger. The other thing that I don't like about this gun is the factory sights. Call me old-fashioned, call me crazy, or call me a snob. I like to have the rear sight closer to the rear of the gun. Out of the box, the sights were fine. It shot pretty accurately. I don't like how far away the rear sight is from where your eye would be when you're shooting. Being a 9mm carbine, I've got this zeroed for 50 yards. I feel like that's really the top of the effective range. Yes, you can reach out past 50 yards, but the distance that I'd be wanting to use this is 50 yards and closer, in my opinion. The problem then arises, once you put a red dot on it, you can't co-witness. You cannot co-witness the red dot with your irons. That's a serious drawback to any gun, in my opinion. If you have an optic, you need to have a backup iron or a backup optic that isn't reliant on batteries or electronics. Maybe this is me going over the top, but if there's a situation where your optic fails, you're kind of up a creek without a paddle. If you're going to use an optic on this rifle, I would recommend getting a quick disconnect. You can just quick kick that off there and be using your irons. Those two things aside, I still thoroughly enjoy this gun. I would trust this rifle with my life. I enjoy taking it out to the range. The people that have shot it have really enjoyed it. It's a great stepping stone rifle, I think, for teaching children how to shoot and moving up from 22 to something that's more adult-like. I really can't think of anything else to say about it. At time of filming this video, the base model here costs about $700. The semi-tactical version costs, I think, $800. And then the fully tactical version costs somewhere between $900 and $1,000. I'm gonna tell you, when I bought this, I got it for $600. Yay, inflation. For that price, I don't think I could have gotten a decent AR-15 pistol. There are advantages of an AR-15 pistol over the Ruger PC C, even if it's chambered in 9mm. But for the price of $600, I don't know of a gun that at the time would have been a better purchase for a compact, travel-friendly firearm that wasn't a pistol. I think that wraps it up for this gun review. If you're in the market for a budget-friendly travel gun, I do highly encourage you to check out the Ruger PC C, one of the 3 models. It's a great little gun. I have no qualms with it. I really enjoy it, and I really do find it trustworthy. Final note to everybody before we end this video out, thank you so much for your support, the views, the likes, the comments. We really appreciate it. I know we're a very small channel. At the time of filming this, we have 382 subscribers. If we're completely honest with ourselves, we didn't think that we'd get past 100. I just want to thank everybody because the level of support we've received has been incredible. Thank you. We've got a lot of awesome stuff in the works, a lot of projects that we're planning. You can see snippets of it in our shorts and little snippets here and there as teasers in some of our videos. And we're really excited for the stuff that we're going to be bringing in the closing of 2022 and into 2023. That's going to do it for this video, everybody. I hope you enjoy. I hope you get the chance to check this gun out if you're looking for a travel gun. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe and hit the bell icon for future content. As always, don't take life too seriously and make it a great day.